What's going on, Blitz Talk TV? I am your host, DJ Fundraiser.
And I'm your co-host Relic.
We gotta talk about it, man. We gotta talk about it, man.
I mean, it's the last time they probably gonna hear from us for a minute, man. We gotta talk about it.
All right, football fans, NFL fans. I'm sorry y'all had to watch that, man. Blitz Talk. I hate being right because I pretty much predicted everything that was gonna happen. But even I am unhappy that I was right. That game, I mean, you know what?
Man,
I hate.
me personally, I love a good defensive game. Like all the highlights, all the offensive juggernauts, that's cool. It sells tickets. But what we saw was some of the best defense I've seen in a Super Bowl in a while. Like the score isn't even indicative of how good the defense actually was. Well, actually for the Seahawks it is because they actually scored. But man, like I had a great time. Me personally, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm gonna give it back to you because I know you about to
Well,
go
to
off.
be honest, really, I'm glad you had a good time because I brought out the list of Jericho for what this game was.
Oh yeah,
Because
go
because
ahead.
bad is not good enough. Bad is not good enough. So I brought out the list of Jericho for you. Substandard, second rate, inferior, poor, second class, not up to scratch, unacceptable, deficient, careless, negligent, abominable, disgraceful, deplorable, atrocious, worthless, diabolically bad, miserable at certain points, incompetence, inept, useless, woeful. And I'm saying this mostly because I'm a Broncos fan. I'm gonna just say it like this. I've been humble long enough, man. I've been humble long enough, man. Patriots, y'all shouldn't have been in that Super Bowl, man. Y'all shouldn't have been in that Super Bowl. My Broncos would have put up a better fight. Bo Nix would have put up a better fight. My defense would have been sacking Sam Darnold a whole lot.
Oh my God, come on, bro.
I'm gonna leave the Broncos out of it, though. I'm gonna leave the Broncos out of it because I'm fair,
Come
but
on, bro.
I'm fair. I'm fair. I got my little petty out. Now we can actually get to the game. Let's get to the game, though, really. We gotta talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about the Seahawks first. Congratulations to them on winning the Super Bowl. Uh, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was surprised by really anything that happened. I really wasn't. But I will say I was surprised at how bad Drake May looked. I did not expect Drake May to look that bad because let's be honest, he missed open receivers multiple times. But I think he was kind of having a Sam Darnold moment. He was seeing ghosts. I think once he saw Will Campbell getting beat the way he was getting beat, and they were getting beat with 4-man fronts. They were not even blitzing a whole lot except for that one right corner blitz or slot blitz that they were doing that they just could not seem to defend all night. But I'm not going to even fully blame Drake May because he's a second year quarterback. I gotta blame Josh McDaniels for that terrible game plan that they came in there with. I did not like it at all. I have to blame Mike Vrabel a little bit because I just don't feel like that team offensively was doing good enough and making enough adjustments. He needs to go to Josh McDaniels and say, "Hey, this ain't working. What are you gonna do to change it?" Because once again, I watched this same Mike Vrabel go to the AFC Championship with just Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. Who thought Ryan Tannehill and the AFC Championship would be in the same sentence? So it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing with offensive football. Now I know that obviously he's a defensive guy, but clearly he knows how to put certain chess pieces in place because it ain't just an offensive coordinator all by himself. I know some teams like to let it be kind of hands off, but Brable doesn't seem like he's just gonna let Josh McDaniels just run wild and he's not gonna have any input in what's going on. It doesn't appear to me to be like that. It could be. I could be completely wrong. If someone in Blitz Talk wants to let me know, let me know. But either way, I say all that to say the Patriots offensively did not look prepared for what was going on. Now I know Seattle's just that good, but I also expected the Patriots to look a little bit better.
I mean, defensively, they did. Both of these offenses were very subpar. If it
Well,
wasn't for
I know,
Kenneth
I know,
Walker,
I
which
know
I
the
which I
Patriots' run
predicted,
defense was not because Kenneth Walker really should have went for 200. They didn't call that
look,
BS holding call, which I mean, I technically was a hold, but they could have let that one go. He
well, I
almost had
mean,
200
what?
yards.
Well, I mean, the emphasis was to stop JSN, Cup, and all of them from going off. That I mean, I understand that. Have them beat you with your secondary weapons,
Well, let's also
which
be
is
honest. Christian Gonzalez was the best defensive player on the field, of both sides. Of both sides,
whew,
he was balling. He was
no,
balling. He
look.
saved about 2 or 3 touchdowns. But also, Sam Darnold, I will say this because once again, I was on here defending Sam Darnold. He missed some passes. He missed JSN wide
I mean,
open.
they both did. They
Well,
both
Drake May
like it
just
was.
Drake May looked bad in general though. Sam Darnold at least was able to compose himself later, got that big touchdown to Barner when they needed it. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing I almost said Sam Arnold. Sam Darnold did. The biggest thing Sam Darnold did was he did not turn the ball over. Everybody this playoffs was waiting on the Sam Darnold game where he throws 2 or 3 bad picks. We never got that game. He in a row outdueled the MVP in Matthew Stafford and just won a Super Bowl, man. I mean, we got to give it up to Sam Darnold. I know he didn't win the MVP. This was a Kenneth Walker game though, because they didn't need to throw the ball in harm's way. They didn't need to. The defense was balling.
And that's what I was saying last week, bro. I knew that they had to win in another way because there's no way Mike Vrabel is going to let them depend on JSN to go up and down the
Well,
field like
JSN
they.
also got hurt in the middle of the game, so
Well, I mean, yeah, well, he came back, but
I think they actually adjusted pretty well to him getting hurt because then they started getting Cup involved. They started getting Barner involved. Barner obviously caught a touchdown. Cup had a couple big catches. Sam Darnold played a pretty good game to me because he did not have to have a 300-yard, 3 touchdown game. He just said, hey, I'm not going to turn the ball over. We're going to rely on the run game today. That's the game plan. Once again, if
well,
Tom Brady did the same game, people would be up like, oh my gosh, Tom Brady's the best in the world. Because Tom Brady used to have games like this during that first run of the 3 Super Bowls. He used to have games like this all the time where he did not turn the ball over and he did what needed to be done. At the end of the day, Kenneth Walker had the hot hand. Kenneth Walker was getting like almost 5 yards of carry pretty much every time he got the ball. So
I'm not debating that for
it,
for
it, it
sure,
was
for
kind of
sure.
one of
He
those
he did what he was
things.
supposed to do.
It was kind of one of those things where it's like Sam Darnold, you just got to go with the game plan. The game plan today is they can't stop Kenneth Walker, so we're going to give him the ball. They could not stop Kenneth Walker. They couldn't stop him the whole game. They could not stop him. Dude was getting whatever he wanted. So at the end of the day, shout out to him for getting Super Bowl MVP, rightly deserved. I say all that to say this though, Patriots, that was an abysmal performance, absolutely abysmal. Defense, you did your thing, but offense, that was horrible. That was an unwatchable experience. Like I almost fell asleep. Like y'all didn't put up any fight. Like it was an abysmal performance, man. It was.
Yeah, yeah. My man's Will Campbell. He went through some growing pains
Will Campbell,
in that
you
one.
are a liar because you said you was willing to die for this. You said you was willing to die for your quarterback. You remember that clip, Relic, when he was on camera said, "I'm dying for you." You know, you just died. You didn't know. You didn't die for this. You just died. Like
I feel like he lived. I feel like he lived up to that because he definitely did down that field.
he
But
didn't die for his quarterback. He just died. It wasn't for his quarterback because his quarterback was still getting hit. So I mean, he looked
it was
really
out. It
bad.
was out of spite for him, I guess. But
He looked.
it
He
was
looked
all.
really
It was
bad.
all in vain.
Nah, he looked really bad. He looked really, really bad. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like, man, I think they rushed him back from injury. Honestly, for this whole
it
playoffs,
might have
because
been, but you know,
he hasn't looked good the whole playoffs.
I
If we're
mean, to
being
be
if
honest,
we're being
the
truthfully
first the
honest,
first the first half of the year he looked pretty good, and then now ever since that, like,
I mean, he
yeah.
got hurt. He got hurt.
I mean, it
He was
might be
supposed
that,
to.
but to be honest, it's just kind of like, man, listen, you're gonna be out there. We don't really want to hear that. So
Well, and that is true because you saw an absolute dog on the other side come back from injury and play his out. Lord, Bliss thought I was finna cuss, but no, he played his heart out. Charles Cross, my God,
like I said,
Stonewall Cross.
like I said, I think the biggest thing for me is just The Patriots did not put up much of a fight, man. I just really do feel like I expected to see more because I have more respect for Mike Vrabel. Josh McDaniels, man, like this is why you're not a head coach, man. I don't know what that was. I really don't. Drake May looked like a high school quarterback. He looked like he was rattled. They didn't do anything to change anything. I didn't like the fact that it just seemed like I knew by the second quarter this game was over. I knew by the second quarter because even though the Seahawks were not scoring all that much, you just felt like the Patriots are just so out of whack that you're just not. Just not.
I just don't understand the because I just from looking at highlights and tape of what the Patriots were doing on defense, I don't know why they didn't adjust because like you could tell it was a obvious emphasis on the Seattle Seahawks receiving core, and most of the stunts that they were running was to pretty much like collapse the pocket and get Sam Darnold to step up, but none of that was working because they just kept running draw plays. They kept running draw plays, and Kenneth Walker just kept finding the right holes. I don't understand why there wasn't a switch at a certain point, especially when JSN was out. Like Kenneth Walker's still averaging like 6 yards a carry. Like I don't understand that. And Mike Vrabel
That
is
Le'Veon too, man. Kenneth Walker must have went to the Le'Veon school over the off season because he was like basically walking up to the hole before he ran. And I was like, man, I ain't seen that since Le'Veon. Le'Veon. Anyone out there who remembers the Le'Veon period, that is literally some of the most entertaining rushing of the football I've ever seen. This dude would literally walk up like the controller got unplugged. Like it was hilarious. Like never seen no one run like that. Where he would literally walk up to the line and then pick the hole that he wanted to run through later. Like it
oh
was
yeah,
crazy.
legit follow your tackle until the hole open up,
He
and
wouldn't
then
even follow the tackle though. Like that was a great part about him. You would never know what run play was called because he would just walk up to the line. He literally walked up like someone like hit the battery died on their controller in the middle of the game. Like it was hilarious thing watching Le'Veon Bell. It was very entertaining to be honest.
oh yeah, for sure.
But I say all that to say, shout out Kenneth Walker, shout out the Seahawks, man. And here's the scary part going forward, really. The Seahawks have the fourth most cap space in the league.
Yeah, they have a bunch of youngins, bro.
They literally got Sam Darnold on a discount, basically, as far as quarterbacks are concerned right now.
Well,
Like
he's
they don't
about
have
he's
to
about to
pay.
ink a pretty big contract apparently.
They don't have to
From
pay
some
him
of the
next year. They won't have to pay him until year three. That he's on a 3-year contract, so they won't have to pay him. But I will say they do need to do two things this all season. Seahawks, you paid Witherspoon and you paid JSN.
pay give Witherspoon a blank check. So I know you about to make your list. Earlier you said Christian Gonzalez was the best defensive player on the field. Very debatable, and I'm not mad at anybody
I just
saying
think for the
that.
situation because he had to face the better of the receivers than anyone else. So
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. But man,
just because of what he was asked to do, I would say I would give him that. And
but
he
man,
saved about 2 or 3 touchdowns.
that hey,
Especially
I'm
that Shaheed one. That Shaheed one looked like it was going to be dropped in the bucket, and he came out of nowhere.
I'll give you that. I'm definitely inclined to give you that. But man, Witherspoon was balling. He even got a sack, bro.
Yeah, but to see the only
Hey,
problem is it's just like I don't really respect the New England's receivers like that. Like I ain't even gonna get into what Stephon Diggs had going on. My goodness, man, I just
oh man, he's having a rough time right now.
first of all, man, Stephon Diggs, you a different breed, brother. You a different breed.
And we
I,
not even gonna get into that. This ain't TMZ.
I can't, man. When I heard what was going on, I was like,
this
oh my.
ain't this ain't this ain't BSO, bro. We ain't.
Hey, listen, man.